our final topic, Sony has made an official offer to Keanu Reeves to play Kraven the Hunter in an upcoming Spider-Man film. But the starring role of Kraven is not a done deal, according to a report from the Illuminerdi. Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige, a creative lead and producer on Sony's rebooted Spider-Man franchise set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, previously told comicbook.com Marvel talks to Reeves, quote, for almost every film we make. I don't know when, if, or ever he'll join the MCU, but we very much want to figure out the right way to do it, Feige said of Reeves in the 2019 interview. Feige added, Jake Gyllenhaal was approached multiple times before signing on as Mysterio in Spider-Man Far From Home.
So based on, I guess, all this that you're seeing right here, what do you think? So if you don't know, Kraven the Hunter is like, it's a super enhanced. He's like the epitome of the most of that the human body can be. Like he's super strong. I think he gets his powers from some magical drink, right? So, but he's the world's most perfect hunter and like beast catcher, and like he's tamed the lions, he's hunted down the rhinos. But no matter what it is, he can hunt it down and he can conquer. He's the king of the jungle. He's the top dog. And then he decides to set his sights on Spider-Man. He sees the quickness, the agility, and all the strength, everything that reminds him of him, and he takes it on as a challenge. It just depends on who's writing the story. I mean, sometimes he's being paid to hunt down Spider-Man. Other times it's like it's just a who's gonna lead or be the king of the jungle kind of a mentality. It's just animal instinct driven kind of guy. So he's a cool character too. I believe he's Russian. So it reminds me that as far as Keanu Reeves, it reminds me a little bit of the whole thing with John Wick, the badassedness of it. But it reminds me of that Baba Yaga story, that Russian story about him being a boogeyman. So I'm wondering if he's gonna break out that Russian accent and everything. I feel like this is Keanu's time. If a lot of people feel like he's too thin to play the role, they want to.
It's not my instinct. I like Keanu Reeves. I don't love Keanu Reeves. And I know that's like an incredibly controversial statement, but I'm very like, he's fine. Seems like a cool dude.
You feel about him the way you feel about Tom Brady?
I like Keanu Reeves more than I like Tom Brady.
What? Okay.
I had to rank completely unrelated celebrities.
Keanu Reeves.
No, I like him. Like I said, I think he can be a lot of fun and stuff. I don't understand. I get kind of from this dude is like beloved and kind of having a moment right now in the public eye. I can understand why Marvel wants to get him in there. But from an acting standpoint, I'm not like, oh my God, I need to see Keanu Reeves do more stuff.
I wouldn't have. He wouldn't be on my list for that character.
Yeah, he feels like an odd choice for that character. I feel like there's more fitting superheroes.
He would have been an amazing Doctor Strange.
That's actually what as I was saying it, I was like, I feel like a Doctor Strange kind of thing, but we got that. So.
Yeah. So I feel I don't know. I mean, if it wasn't for John Wick, I wouldn't have believed, because it's so long since like Point Blank and Speed and everything. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, The Matrix is one thing, but a badass like Kraven the Hunter is like no way you're gonna convince me that he's that cutthroat and has that killer instinct. Then he does it with John Wick. I'm like, okay. Yeah. That's why I don't argue it at all, because we've seen him play this king of the jungle badass hunter, nobody's gonna stop me type of guy before. So.
But I feel like being able to play badass and being like the perfect fit for the character are not necessarily the best, like the same thing. And I feel it, and I know we have a community poll coming up, and I spoilers, I think this is a pretty common opinion, because when I Googled it to do a bit of research, one of the first articles that popped up were people wanting Carl Urban in the role, and you see it side by side, and it's just like, oh, he looks like that dude.
Yeah,
that's spot on.
I remember I heard something or read something that Keanu Reeves says that when he was asked that question, who would you, if you would play a superhero, who would you want to play? He wanted to play Wolverine. I'm like, I definitely wouldn't have been able to see. And the face I see with the mutton chops and everything, I could see it with the way he shaves. But no, it's almost the same character.
Yeah.
As far as like animal and badass and things like that.